So today I'm going to try and showcase the difference in audio footsteps between each of the three classes, obviously being light, medium, and heavy, as they all have distinct and pretty unique ways of identifying which one is which while they're, running around. And sometimes even while crouching. More on that later. While making this video, I also learned a couple of new things that I also think will be pretty helpful to someone who may be watching this video.
Get ready for teleportation. Gateway here.
We'll see. But that's all I really want to say for the intro. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first I'm going to show you guys each of the three, and then I'm going to compare them. So first we have light. Now medium. And lastly, heavy. So regarding light, light has quicker footsteps, but also has louder, like, dangly noise that's coming from their weapon, in opposed to both medium and heavy, who also have that same noise, but you can hear it a lot better when you are dealing with a light. Once again though, light does have a quicker sounding footsteps, as well as softer footsteps, making them a little bit harder to hear on average, but if you get used to hearing the little dangly noise, you can identify light really easily just by hearing that, because once again, it is louder than the other ones. Unlike with light, heavy on the other hand has just enormous feet sounding. They just step around, they just stomp. They're literally just stomping around. It's would be difficult to not hear a heavy just because of how loud and how much bass their footsteps have. Medium's a weird one for me anyway, because it doesn't really have anything that like stands out compared to the other two. But medium footsteps are very consistent, very standard and normal, I guess. I guess it kind of makes sense for them to be a medium. They're just normal, average. I don't know. Now I'm going to put all three of them like side by side, and you can kind of hear the differences and all that jazz. So now regarding teammate footstep audio, all these clips are the same exact volume level. So both medium and heavy have very similar sounding footsteps to enemy footsteps. However, they are a little bit lighter in sound. Light, on the contrary, there's no dangly noise. You can't hear your teammates like dangly little thingy as clearly as you do with the heavy. With enemy lights. So that's how you can kind of identify if it's a teammate or not, just based off of like footstep audio, like if it's soft or not. But now I want to play all three of them. Now, admittedly, the difference between teammate audio and enemy audio is seemingly pretty small. For me personally, the only real difference I noticed was that the light doesn't have the dangly with the teammate, while as the enemy does. But now I'm going to play both enemy audio as well as the teammate audio, so you guys can hear the difference. And now, last but not least, I wanted to go over the crouch walking for each of the three classes and how that sounds when, well, they're crouch walking like above you or like away from you or whatever. So you can kind of hear how that is. It's really hard to hear for me But hopefully you guys can hear something a little bit better than I could have. Alright, and that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this helps someone out there. I found it really interesting just to hear the different sounds of all the footsteps, both teammates and enemies alike. And even the crouch walking is what really surprised me because I didn't actually think crouch walking made any noise, to be honest with you. But it does. Um, if you obviously want to hear this, like hear how, footsteps in game, you'll have to adjust your audio settings to be able to do so. um, Good luck figuring out that. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. And as always, take care and peace. Bye bye.